Hello everybody, welcome to Arrowhead Bee Yard. Today is May 23rd and it is almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is a warm day here in Duluth, Minnesota. The last almost week or so we've had temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, and so it hasn't really been optimal temperature to get out and do rotations on the hives. I got everything ready to do, got the tape off and everything. It just hasn't been a good temperature to get in there and start opening up and seeing where their brood is and all that. So finally it's warmed up today. As I pulled in, I took a look at the dash temperature and it said 84 degrees today. So that's, you know, that's only 35 degrees plus warmer than it was yesterday or the previous 4 days. So such is life here in the northeast part of Minnesota, where we can have freezing cold one day and yes, I do have a little perspiration up here, very hot the next day. That's what it is. And as you can probably hear, we've got airplanes going over. We're not too far away from the Duluth International Airport here, so if you hear any rumblings like jets, or in that case it looked like it was a Cirrus aircraft, because Cirrus Aircraft Corporation is based here in Duluth. Great place and great people there. All right, well, as I said, we're going to do rotations here today, and as you may have noticed up here, I've actually got the smoker lit this time. Just a brief thing about the smoker. Bruce Jenna out at Bruce's Bees, go check him out. He just did a recent little blurb on how to light your smoker and keep it running for a long time. And he's using, for a starter, he's using pine needles and wood pellets. Well, unfortunately, I don't have southern yellow pine way this far north, so I'm using something else. I'm just using a mixture of cotton and wood shavings for my tinder, you know, to start the fire up. And then I'm using wood pellets. I've been using wood pellets for, well, all 3 summers now, and they are good. They're really good. And rather than smelling like a grass fire when you come home, you smell like a campfire. That's always a good thing. And so that's, yeah, go check out Bruce. He has a good channel over there. All right, well, I'm going to go over and I'm going to put the camera on time lapse here. If I find anything interesting, I'll stop the time lapse and we'll bring it on over. But I suspect we're not going to find anything really exciting here. Both hives are running. They both have girls coming in and out. I'm also going to give them, I think they got enough bees, what I've seen here. I'm also going to give them a little bigger entrance so they can get in and out without a whole lot of space contention right at the beginning there. You can see right now coming in, they're just, there's bees trying to get out and bees trying to get in. So I want to clear that up a little bit. And we're starting to get into the warmer part of the month here. No snow yet this month. So far this year, the total amount of snow is 140.1 inches of snow, just a little shy of 12 feet of snow. And that is a record for us. As long as records have been kept, I think back 1887, somewhere in there is where they started keeping records here in Duluth. So this is the snowiest year as far as snowfall goes this season from 2022 to 2023, 140.1 inches. And we're very, very glad to have a snowblower, a brand new one. Actually, you saw it in a previous video on the front of the John Deere lawn tractor, and yeah, saved me a lot of work, that's for sure. All right, let's get going. I'm going to take the camera and push it over, put it into time lapse, and we'll see if we can come up anything interesting here. If not, we'll just come by and give you a recap at the end. Well, just a little recap on what we saw there. We saw that the number 2 hive here is fairly weak, although there was some freshly capped brood in there. Pattern looked good, and some older brood, so they'll be coming out. But I think what I'll do next time down to Holyoke, remember those the 3 hives that were very strong down there? I think I'm going to grab 2, maybe 3 frames, 2 for sure that have a lot of brood on them, young brood. I shouldn't say young brood, but brood that's about to emerge, capped brood that's about to emerge. So I'll bring those up. I'll put a couple in here, maybe one in here. This one's fairly strong, but I found brood on all 3 boxes. The top box, which is now down here, didn't have a whole lot on it, but these other 2 had a lot more. This box also had a lot of honey reserves from last fall in there. I could tell it's last fall because the cappings were kind of a yellowish tint to them, and that indicates that they were pulling in nectar and also pollen from the goldenrod that we have around the area here. So that's some old honey in there, but still plenty good. And I also saw in both of them that they were filling up the cells with I don't know if it's the sugar water pail I have over here, although I haven't seen hardly any bees on the pail. So, and I know they prefer real nectar to my sugar water. Can't believe. You don't like me? I'm a bad cook or what? But anyway, they don't like my recipe, I guess. But they're preferring natural nectar, I presume. So we're just gonna let them continue to do that. I'll keep the pail out here just in case, but nonetheless, we'll let them go collect that, especially on these warm days like this. The smoker worked great, yay, and has not gone out on me. And that's because I spend a bit of time getting it lit. I'll sit there, and as Bruce Jenny also said, Bruce's Bees in his video too, you just don't light it and walk away. You gotta light it and keep it going, keep pumping it. And in fact, this one almost got a little too hot. There was times when I do this and no smoke came out, but some little flames did, so I did get it maybe a little hot in there. So you just let it sit for a little bit, and then all of a sudden those flames go out and it turns back into smoke, and there you go. All right, I think we're done here. We're gonna head back, or actually we got a lot to clean up here, bringing back 1 box, and did notice that I did pull a box out of here. The bottom box on this side, I remember doing it last fall, that I put in just a box of, some frames had comb on it, but just mostly empty frames, with no drawn out comb on them. And that's because, probably not recommended, but that's because all the insulation I have for the winter wrap is all based on 3 boxes high. And so I needed to get this out of 2 boxes up into 3 boxes, just so I could use the insulation on them. And even with just being 2 boxes of bees, they did survive the winter. Happy with that. They're a little weak coming in here now, but like I said, I see a lot of brood coming in, so happy with that. And we'll give them a boost here with some other bees from the Holyoke yard, and that should get them going pretty quick here. Okay, well, clean up and head home, because I got to do the same thing at home. Maybe we'll see you again real soon up at Windy Ridge. Well, welcome back. This is now, of course, Windy Ridge. Gee, how can we tell? You probably hear it in the trees. The wind is picked up quite a bit here, hence the name Windy Ridge. And the wind is switched around to off of Lake Superior. So we had 84 degrees down at Arrowhead, and now we're down to about 56 degrees here. And I'm sure it's going to be getting cooler and cooler as time goes on here. So I really need to get this done pretty quick. We got some storms coming in. They're off to the kind of northwest of us right now. They might go just to the north of us, but you never know. They could just dry up too. That happens a lot along the shores of Lake Superior, where the lake makes its own weather. But gonna do pretty much the same thing here. I got to pull the tape off of this box. I got a little bit of tape on that one over there yet, and probably going to reduce this one down a box. I think they're pretty weak, and there's not a whole lot for a nest in there, and I just want to give them a little less space for the coming months here. Probably as I go down to Holyoke, and I'm going to pull out, like I said before, frames of bees. I'll probably pull a frame or two for up here too. So, all right, well, yeah, Windy Ridge, back at it. Amazingly, my smoker stayed lit the whole way home. I stopped by the car wash, and it wasn't too bad in the car wash. Of course, you have to roll up the windows, and it wasn't too bad there. But somewhere along the way home, I must have hit a bump or something and knocked some new loose fuel, some of those pellets in, and it started up again here. So there we go. Not so sure I'll need it right now. The sun's gone under clouds, and it's windy enough, but let's get going with this thing and get her done. Alrighty, well, looks like the camera ran out of battery. Thought I plugged in these extra 5-hour battery, but looks like it didn't take, so there you go, yet another technical glitch. But anyway, we're done here. With a little recap on this. This hive is fairly strong, not a strive around that. Don't even go there. All right, that hive's fairly strong, and we'll don't really think they need another. Well, they might need a frame of bees. We'll see. Going over to this one. This one's really weak. I could see some brood down in there as I check through, but you know, it's pretty weak. So at least 2 frames of bees for it from Holyoke, and hopefully we'll get them a kick start here. Other than that, that's it. My wife Diane has arrived home with dinner, and time to clean up this mess and head in and get ready for the thunderstorms, which are coming in. At least the high clouds indicate that we got some thunderstorms heading our way here. So yeah, look at that, the smoker's still lit. And even though I didn't need it here, it was cool enough, and not so many bees in these hives, but it was there just in case. So now I'm going to go plug the end here. Maybe sometime too will show me lighting one up and how I do it, and some little tricks and tips on how I do it. So there you go. That's it for now, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this episode from Windy Ridge Apiaries. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on any newly posted videos. And at your discretion, please leave a comment below. And until next time, do a good day.